Well, good evening, everybody, and thank you for joining us today for our Higher Education and our West London Institute of Technology Open Day today. Just a couple of housekeeping points before we get started with the information. My name's Lucy. I work in the marketing team across Uxbridge College and Harrow College. And as I say, welcome today. We've brought everybody in today on mute. And if you could just keep your microphones turned off just while we go through the presentation. There is an opportunity for questions and answers at the end, but we are using the chat box function today. So please, if you do have any questions as we're going through, then do pop them into the chat box and we will pick those up at the end and share those and get the answers to you from there. So we're covering quite a lot today. It's a busy agenda, so hopefully you'll find it of interest. I'm just going to get started with a few bits and pieces about the college and about higher education in general, and then hand over to some of my curriculum colleagues partway through. So, welcome. Just to give you a bit more information, Harrow College and Uxbridge College are really proud to confirm that they're #1 in London for the achievement rates for our 16 to 18-year-olds. That was confirmed by the Department for Education back in March, based on our latest achievement data. So just wanted to highlight that to you, just because that does kind of suggest that we do have a good track record of success. And just on that as well, we are the first for value added for our A-levels in London, and also for our English progress we're first, and third for our maths progress. And above all, nationally, we were in the top 10 for those scores as well. So again, just goes to show that we do work hard to put our students first and to get good results and achieve success. We're the second largest FE college in London, and our students also rated us first for student satisfaction in the FE Choices survey. And above all, we do have high destinations, and our students do go on to great things. And there are plenty of stories that curriculum can share and available on our website as well. We're also very proud that we have been able to set up the West London Institute of Technology, more on that later. We also are part of the Mayor's Construction Academy, and we are the only FE college in London to be offering T-levels from this September as well. So just goes to show that there are lots of exciting things happening at the college. So why study higher education at HCUC? Well, we offer a range of qualifications, both HNC at level 4 and at HND at level 5. And we also have higher apprenticeships, which start at level 4. HE courses are focused on equipping you with knowledge and the practical skills you need for your chosen field, and more of that will come through our presentation today. HE courses are an excellent way to prepare you for your next steps. You might be interested in going to university and topping up your higher education qualification into a degree, or you might be keen just to get some extra skills and to get some qualifications to help for the workplace and for the world of work. The qualifications that we offer are equivalent to 1 or 2 years at university. And many of our HE graduates, as I said, do go on to university. Some go into the 2nd or 3rd year and top up those qualifications for BA and BScs as well. And those qualifications are also highly valued by employers. We have many students that study with us part-time, so they come to us whilst they're working and they're gaining new skills to enhance their career, or they're looking at a part-time option to fit in particularly well with their commitments. And also, as I say, we have great links with employers. So there are opportunities to get involved in work-based projects, guest speakers coming in, there are trips and visits, and you can enhance what you've learned in the classroom and really get the benefit of the skills and knowledge that the teaching staff have to offer to stand you in good stead. Above all, though, we want you to succeed, and we do support you to work hard and achieve your goals. And we'll talk a little bit about support towards the end of today's presentation. So one of the things that we do know is that having the right knowledge and skills and qualifications really can help to improve your job prospects, and also that can help boost your future earnings. And this just gives an indication of the likely additional money that you could earn if you are qualified at level 4 and above. As you can see, the opportunities to earn and boost your future earnings with a level 4 qualification really are very beneficial. And also we know that there's a lot of jobs available. And again, obviously, we're in a strange climate at the moment, but there are some sectors that really are growing. And this just gives you a bit of a flavour of some of those areas. The professional services, particularly IT, construction, health and social work, and also some of the fastest growing sectors as well within that STEM area, that science, technology, engineering and maths area, the finance and digital side as well. And the courses that we offer for higher education across Harrow College and Uxbridge College really do dovetail with those sectors that are growing. And just to give you an idea, this is a little bit of information about the skills gaps that are available in London at the moment. This is between 2017 and 2024. And as you can see, there are some significant gaps across a number of different sectors. And again, those are the sectors that we do cover within our higher education suite of courses. And it is forecast that 66% of jobs by 2022 will actually be needed in London at level 4+. So it really is an excellent opportunity to start thinking about your future development, your higher education needs. So a little bit more about the benefits of studying with us. We offer high quality courses. The qualifications that we offer, the HNC and the HNDs, are well regarded within the sector, and the teaching and the learning that you get really will be able to enhance your career and move you forward. They're university level courses. They're accredited courses, mostly with Pearson as BTECs, but they don't come with as many high fees as perhaps you might get at university, but you can be resting assured that they are a cost-effective way to study HE, but you will be getting the quality and the rigour of a higher education qualification. Fees for our courses normally are around £6,000 or so, as opposed to, say, £9,000 at university. So over a 2-year period, you can imagine that there's quite a lot of saving that you can make with a higher education qualification at college. But the opportunity to gain more of those practical skills and combine that with your theory, that's another reason that our students enjoy their higher education qualifications at college. Also, we're local, so many students do like the fact that they can fit their qualifications in with other commitments. You may wish to stay locally, you may be keen on studying alongside other things that you're doing, and obviously having such high quality courses on your doorstep saves you on travel, saves you on the cost of relocation. And we do have strong student support as well, and my colleagues will talk about that a little bit towards the end, just in terms of the way that we support our students to be able to achieve their qualifications. We have dedicated HE facilities, and as you'll see as we go through, some of the facilities for the curriculum areas, for the subject areas you study, are very specialist. But also we have dedicated facilities, including an HE room, so that you can study without having too much interruption. And also there is access to resources as well to help with your study. And as I've mentioned earlier, employers do rate the qualifications that we have. Some of our employers get involved in looking at the curriculum and enhancing what we have to offer and making sure that it fits with what employers want, and more will come through on that as well. And above all, we have staff with expert knowledge. Our industry expert staff have worked in the environment, so they know the skills, they know the knowledge that you need to succeed. And as we can see here, just a selection of some of our industry standard facilities. We have well-equipped classrooms and workshops and specialist workspaces that have got the equipment and the hardware and software that you need for the courses that you're interested in. And also, as I've said there, the staff come with a wealth of industry experience. And again, you'll hear from some of our staff today. So they know what you need to prepare you for the workplace. And many of our staff have masters and doctorates as well, so that you know that they have academic rigour to bring to the courses as well. So just a little bit, this is the first part of the presentation. This is just going to give you a flavour of a couple of the higher education courses that we offer within business and travel. And then we'll move on to our West London Institute of Technology, which will detail some of the areas in the digital, construction and engineering area. So in terms of business, we have HNC and HND qualifications available, and they're intended to be set up for those who are looking for a career in business in a variety of different areas, maybe marketing, HR or finance. Courses are normally around 3 days per week in small class sizes, so you can benefit from focused attention, so normally between 15 or 20 in the class. And they also have guest speakers coming in from industry. As I said, we like to ensure that you're getting a flavour of the world of work. So we do like to bring in industry experts to support some of the work in the classroom and the teaching that you will have. And many students do go on to study for a degree. They leave us, they start on an HNC level 4, go on to an HND and then progress on to university. And the HNC and HND qualifications within business, they're all assignment-based units, so there are no exams for those. And just to give you a little bit of a flavour of some of the units that you can study, in terms of the level 4, students will study 8 units across a range of different business functions. And then, as I say, most students do continue with us to achieve the level 5 HND, and again, just building on the skills that they've learnt through the HNC. And now just a little bit about our travel and tourism management courses. Again, designed for those that are interested in working within the travel and tourism industry, might be going on to work for an airline, hotels, travel agencies, tour operators. And also it's a good opportunity if you are interested in the events and hospitality sector as well, in terms of some of the units that are covered, give a bit of a breadth along customer service for those sorts of industries as well. Similarly to our business courses, again, small class sizes, so you will get the focused attention on and you will have an opportunity to learn within a small group. And also getting those guest speakers in from industry and moving on to degree courses after you've finished with us. Again, very similar to the business, our travel and tourism students do normally study with us for the 2 years and then move on. And also they have some educational visits, including a 3-night residential trip and day trips as well. Again, just bringing some of that knowledge from the classroom into a practical environment. And again, just to give you a flavour of some of the courses, some of the modules, sorry, on the 2 courses here. And again, with the level 4 HNC, 8 units, as you can see, that does cover a range of units involved in things like marketing, managing customer experience. So again, there are some transferable skills that students will be learning. So if you do complete one of the courses and then you decide to move into another area, you will have learned some things to enhance your career and move on. So now just moving on to some of the more science and technology and engineering focused courses. Just very pleased to introduce our West London Institute of Technology. It's based on our Uxbridge campus, and this is a brand new facility for students who are looking to go into higher level technical qualifications. I'm just going to play a short video just to give you a flavour of Institutes of Technology and then give you a little bit more detail.
We're opening Institutes of Technology, which are a new type of provider delivering high-quality technical education with a clear route to high-skilled employment. Each one is a partnership between further education colleges, universities and businesses, created to deliver the skills and qualifications that employers need. The Institutes of Technology will specialise in technical subjects across industries, such as engineering, manufacturing, digital and construction, and have access to cutting-edge facilities and equipment. The first institutes are already open, and more will roll out across England over the coming years. Visit gov.uk to find out more.
So that just gives you a flavour of Institutes of Technology. As the video says, these are brand new institutions that have opened. There are 12 currently operating nationwide, and we are hosting the West London Institute of Technology on our Uxbridge campus. So they're partnerships, they're unique collaborations working between further education providers like Uxbridge College and Harrow College, also with a university lead and also local employers. So students are gaining that benefit from working with universities, employers and enabling them to enhance their skills and knowledge. The West London Institute of Technology, we are very proud to be partnering with Brunel University London, Heathrow, Fujitsu and West London Business. So as you can see, some strong employers and local employers who also have global reach working with us to develop our Institute of Technology and to enhance the curriculum that's on offer at those higher levels. Institutes of Technology are also specialists, so delivering that higher technical education at levels 4 and 5 within the engineering, digital and construction fields. And they're also focused on the skills that are needed within the local and the regional area. So the idea is that they will be providing employers with a skilled workforce, but also the students who are taking their qualifications at an IoT will also have a clear route to technical employment. So just wanted to highlight some key benefits for you, and a couple of the things we've mentioned already. Direct line of sight to employers and employment, so providing recruitment opportunities within the STEM sector. Also giving students an opportunity to improve career prospects and obviously boost their future earning potential, as we saw in the slide earlier. They're high quality programs, they're delivered in partnership with the employers and the university, as we've mentioned. But they also offer an opportunity for students to have a stepping off point into work at various different levels. And as the Institutes of Technology grow, there'll be full-time and part-time opportunities for students to have those higher level skills and qualifications and be able to move on into different work levels or perhaps onto a higher qualification. Again, like all of our higher education qualifications, the staff bring a lot of experience from industry and are well qualified. And students will also have an opportunity to be working within brand new high quality facilities and resources. There is a little video, we won't play that today, but it will be on the presentation for you to look back at, just in terms of the work that we're doing to refurbish and recondition one of our buildings ready for September to be able to house a lot of our technology specialist provision within the IoT. Students also get that opportunity to develop those essential skills that are recognised by employers. And as we look at some of the qualifications within the IoT area today, you'll see that there are links in with employers to be able to provide students with a real experience of what is required within industry. And students will be developing the skills that are sought after and demanded by employers. We work with a number of employers who are providing us with the information about what is required, what skills our students need, and so we bring that within our curriculum to be able to offer that. And again, action research, learning by inquiry approach, so employer projects, so that students really do get a flavour of a live brief. If you head over to our website, you can also see some of that in action, where students were recently involved in projects that were set by employers to be able to give them an experience and an opportunity to really enhance their skills and share what they're doing in the classroom with those employers. And again, an inclusive approach within IoT so that students can access high quality support. Plus, as I mentioned, there are opportunities for continued professional development. So those CPD areas where people may need to come in and have a short course or in a specific skill, IoTs will be bringing some of that on board as well. So for the meantime, our programs, and my colleagues will talk a little bit more about those in a moment, but we are looking at some level 3 qualifications within some relevant disciplines. So students within the engineering, the construction, the digital sectors who study with us, who then would like to move on to level 4 and 5. And some of those qualifications have both part-time and full-time options. Plus, a new level 6 top-up programme will be offered by Brunel University London. They're working on the details of that, and again, our students will be able to look at that as a potential progression route as well. Plus also other degree programmes within that technical route, and also higher apprenticeships. So for those who wish to be out in the world of work and earn a wage but get a high level qualification, the apprenticeship is an opportunity to do that. And as I've said, also the CPD offer, so thinking about research opportunities and project management, and a range of different other options that will be coming on board as these new institutes of technology really develop. So I won't show the tour here for you today. There is an opportunity for you to look at that in your own time. Just gives a flavour of the work that we're doing to update our facilities. We have got new kit going in, and obviously students will get the benefit of using that within their courses when they combine that practical work with the theory. So at this point, I'm going to hand over to my colleague Sam, who's going to talk through the courses that we have within the digital area. Sam.
Hi, yeah, we do offer various programs on the HNC and HND program in computing. the program, they are well integrated within the vendor qualification offered by multiple companies. So it depends actually on your interest. So we do offer HND or HNC computing and HNC and HND plus computing, where we have integrated 4 vendor qualification, which is the CompTIA A plus, Network plus in the first year. And we have also the Cloud plus and the Security plus in the second year. We also offer actually our students, and this is free of charge, access to our Cisco Academy, because we are part of the Cisco Academy. So you have access actually to various courses which we have integrated as part of the program. And again, also certification like cybersecurity essentials, IoT, Internet of Things, and so on and so forth. They're all integrated as part of the program. So we're hoping actually the students, after completing the program, they will have the breadth of knowledge and experience to definitely either progress to the final year, which we have guaranteed, I mean, for our students. They go to the final year. In our website also, we have listed 15 universities where our students, they progress actually to the final years before, or to the one of the top-ups, which is available in most of the universities nowadays. The program and the units basically offered on the program, they are prescribed in mostly in the first year, in terms of the number of the core units. Probably if you are more interested, I can go more in details, but I don't want to take too much time basically here, because my colleagues also, they need to do their own presentation. But it's sort of a reflection on the new technologies like programming, which is Java, networking, which is Cisco, professional practices, databases, which is MySQL, security, My Security Essentials here, managing successful project. This is something set up by persons. And we do offer also, this is information systems if you are studying in Harrow, or it's going to be the next slide is the computer system architecture if you're studying in Uxbridge, and also designing a website. And this is all the 8 units that are offered in the first year. However, in the second year, if we go to the next slide, we can see that there are 7 units on the program. And again, also we have integrated some of the new technologies like artificial intelligence, advanced programming in Java, as well as actually cloud computing. And we use Azure. I don't know if you have heard about Azure or AWS. Again, also all these technologies, they play an important part in cloud computing. And we do actually have access to both of them, and allow students actually to practice and have the depth of experience before hopefully they progress to the next stage in their career. Something also beautiful in our programs, which is new, this is actually for the students, they want to specialize in cybersecurity, that for the first time in Uxbridge, we'll be offering BTEC Level 4 Higher National Certificate in cybersecurity. The program in the first year basically is very similar to any HNC computing. However, the difference is going to be in the second year. And again, also we intend actually to integrate more vendor qualification, and the discussion is going to be directly with the student to decide actually which vendor qualification they think will be suitable for their future career. We do offer work placement, and we have many students, they went to various IT industries for a couple of weeks. And also we have a very strong relationship as part of the IoT with Heathrow and Fujitsu. I'll be very quick. I mean, this is last year with Heathrow Airport. In particular, our students, they took part in a project, and the project was about the use of biometric technology in the operation of the airport check-in. And there was a competition between different or various groups of HNC computing from Harrow and Uxbridge. And we have a team also from Heathrow Airport. They came and assess the work, and the winners, they were rewarded with some trophies and some vouchers. Okay, if you have any questions, well, after the presentation, please do ask me, and thank you very much. Construction, I don't know who's next.
Okay, so over to myself. Hi, my name's Neil Benjamin Miller. I'm the head of school for construction. So yeah, just to sort of take you through in terms of what we offer in terms of the sort of HE provision. So we currently offer a level 4 HNC, and we also have a level 5 as well in construction in the built environment. and that pathway is heat and ventilation. And from this academic year, we're also running the HNC level 4 in construction in the built environment with the civil engineering. So again, pretty much similar to the other HE areas, is again the requirements that we would look for is obviously 2 A levels, or if you've come down the BTEC national certificate and the diploma route, or an alternative level 3 qualification. So for us, really, in terms of what we're looking for, we're looking for really students that are looking for a career within the construction industry. And again, you might be looking at potentially 2 different pathways, and that's if you see yourself doing civil engineering, quantity surveyor, architect. Alternatively, you might see yourself as more hands-on and being an engineer. So again, you've got electrical design, and you've got heating and ventilation. So if we sort of move on to the next slide. So if you came in on the H&C pathway, whether you were doing the civil engineering or the heating and ventilation, they share the same common sort of 5 units. So every unit has an individual research project, which is set by Pearson's. And again, this year's project is managing risk within a construction site. And then you've got construction technology, then you have science and materials, and then again, construction project management, and then you have mathematics. So that would be the core units, and then you would have specialist units that, again, this year they're doing surveying, and then again you've got heating design, and you've got principles in design installation. So what would happen is that all the HE students would follow the same core units, and then depending on the specialism or the area that they would like to pursue, they would basically choose their pathway. Again, if we're able to sort of move on, again, once you've completed the H&C, you have the option obviously to go to university, or preferably stay on with ourselves. And from there, you would go on to the H&D, and effectively similar again, but it's deeper. So we would call it deep dive or deeper learning. You would progress and you would go into your subject a lot more deeper. And again, depending on the pathway that you wish to choose and the university, there may be obviously key units or key things that you obviously have to study in order to progress on to your university or a higher education apprenticeship. So again, if we move to the civil, what you'll see is again, same similar core units, but again, what you will see is the optional units or the specialist units slightly sort of deviate and they change. And again, it's really to sort of set the underpinning knowledge and the experience of where the direction of travel you see yourself sort of going into industry. I think the key thing about obviously the construction industry, again, is working with our employers. So again, there's a lot of real life sort of work experience. The current building work that's basically being built, you can see on the website where we've got our students that have been engaged on work experience within the current builds. And again, pretty much within the Hillingdon Borough, there's lots of work, Galliford and Try, St Modwyn Homes. Most of our students have been going out to all of the work that's been happening within Hillingdon Borough. So again, there's a lot of regeneration work. There's a lot of work that we do. We work with Morgan Sindall. We work with Kier Construction. We work with Align. There's a lot of employers that are basically working with us to support us with our assignment delivery and to actually bring these assignments to life. So again, there's a lot of opportunities that are out there, and definitely it's not just about the academic side. It's about applying it in the context of the workplace. Again, similar thing. Again, same similar units, but a deeper level. And again, it's pretty much taking you through that in-depth knowledge, preparing you for either work experience and going into the construction industry. And I think that pretty much covers the construction side.
Thank you, Neil. Maroof, I'll hand over to you to give us a flavour of the engineering courses, please.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Maroof Tungekar, Head of School for Engineering. You can see the pictures with various facilities in engineering. We have a variety of workshops in mechanical and electrical electronic engineering with industry standard software such as LabVIEW, Multisim, and Automation Studio, SolidWorks, and so on. We've got material testing workshop. We have got mechanical science lab. We have got machine workshops, including for projects. We teach a range of techniques from level 3 for IoT and HE students and apprenticeship. We have got the biggest provision in HCUC in engineering, and we are the biggest engineering college in London and covering a range of courses. So just to give you a flavor, we have a range of courses, both full and part-time, especially at level 4 and 5, and definitely a range of apprenticeship programs. So to give you a flavor of starting with HNC level 4, we offer general engineering, mechanical engineering, and electrical electronic engineering. And in general engineering is basically a combination of electromechanical, which is electrical, electronic, and mechanical. Under electrical electronic engineering, we offer 3 specialist pathways, such as electronics specialism, electrical specialism, as well as the new pathway, automation, control, and robotics. We have designed these additional pathways with our employer and various forums, and the employers have suggested various units to deliver under these specialist pathways, so that we prepare the students for a variety of jobs in design engineering, in test engineering, in installation commissioning, and research and development. And the courses have been designed in partnership with universities, and universities are going to offer in level 6 after finishing of level 4 and 5, which is mainly Brunel University, but our students have options to go to other universities as well. Like in the past, students have progressed to other universities, including the top few ones, such as Southampton University and Surrey as an examples. Now, after completion of full one-time 1 year level 4 program, the students can progress to 1 year of H&D program the following year, which is like a second year of degree, again in the same 3 categories, which is general engineering, mechanical, or electrical electronic engineering. The entry requirements for all these qualifications at level 4 entry is at least A level, especially in maths, physics, or engineering, with grade C or above, or a BTech level 3 diploma, or an extended diploma in engineering along with GCSEs. And if you are, we have got also part-time courses in all these categories, so you can join the part-time as well. Normally we run part-time for day release over 2 years. So rather than having a 1 year full-time, which is 3 or 4 days, part-time is 1 day over 2 years. In terms of apprenticeships, we have listed a few, but there are more than that, and we are still evaluating. We work with 40 employers in engineering, at least 40 and more are coming through in West London. Quite a few are big employers such as Martin Baker Aircraft Limited, Ultra Electronics Control, Constellium, which does a lot of design and testing and research work with all the big car manufacturers like Mercedes, Audi, and all of them almost, BMW. So we are offering apprenticeships, for example, in maintenance operations, machining, mechatronics, which is combination of electrical, electronics, and mechanical engineering. We have engineering fitting engineering fitter apprenticeships. Also, I think other railway companies are in touch with us, so we may offer more pathways. We'll also be offering higher apprenticeships in automation and control engineering technician, and also engineering manufacturing. As you know, for apprenticeship, you need to have an employer or a job. We do have contacts with the employer, and students who haven't got the employer, they can apply directly on our website, and we, in many cases, get them apprenticeships if they meet the entry requirements of the employer. And they come and do the qualification over 3 or 4 years. In terms of the full-time or part-time HNC programs, the electronics pathway, generally there are 4 specialist units that covers engineering design, math, science, and a project as a must in HNC. And there are 3 or 4 specialist units. In electronics pathway, there are 4 specialist units, which are electrical electronic principles, digital electronics, as well as electronic devices and circuits and electrical machines. The next one. So HNC is basically 8 units in general, yeah, over one full year. So next slide, please. So electrical pathway, 4 specialist units are same, and there are some differences in the units. Especially we are offering based on what industries need for jobs and for progression is automation, robotics, and programmable logic control and electrical systems fault finding. So you can see there is a difference of 1 or 2 specialist units in this one as compared to electronic pathway. The title still will be same. And the third one is automation, control, and robotics. So if somebody wants to design drone robots or industrial robots or design standalone robots or work with them or work in those sectors, then this is a pathway. So the main difference is part of the electronics and part of the electronics along with the mechatronics, which is a combination of electronics and mechanical. So this covers the 3 electronics pathways. The next slide. The mechanical engineering has got still the 4 mandatory units as before, and it has got mechanical principles, thermodynamics and heat engines, materials properties and testing, and fluid mechanics. So we do cover a range of units which helps in the jobs. We have designed this curriculum, as I said before, with big players and even small companies we work with to choose the right units for progression. And then coming to next slide, which is general engineering. It is electromechanical engineering. It's a combination of couple of units from electronics pathway, which is and couple from mechanical pathway. So from electronics pathway, we have chosen electrical electronic principles and electrical machines. And from mechanical pathway, we've chosen mechanical principles and materials. Again, this program was designed with the help of the choice of units with employers such as Atkins, Global, Constellium, and Heathrow Airport. After completion of HNC, you can choose in the specified pathway based on your HNC to HND. So electrical electronic has got 7 units. Research project is mandatory. Professional engineering project is mandatory. They are core mandatory. Further maths and industrial power electronics, they are also mandatory in industrial systems. So 2 specialist units further we have chosen is embedded systems to help in the jobs in the IT and programming sector, including Internet of Things and so on, which is a high niche area, and analog electronic systems. In terms of mechanical, again, we've got 7 units, and research project and professional engineering management is mandatory, core mandatory. We have advanced mechanical principles, virtual engineering like SolidWorks software, which is very important for industry and research, and further maths is also special mandatory. And we have chosen industrial systems and thermofluids to help you with the jobs and progress to the level 6 program. And in general engineering, the HND will start the following year because we didn't start the HNC in the current year. So again, it will be very similar. We've got research project, professional engineering management mandatory, further maths, lean manufacturing is very important, and they have been selected by Pearson as special mandatory unit. And we have chosen other units such as virtual engineering, industrial power, electronics and storage, and industrial system. And I'll pass on to my colleague.
Thank you, Maroof. A lot of options with the engineering route. I'm just going to hand over to my colleague Kieran, who's going to talk a little bit more about the support available for students and also information on applying for HE courses. Kieran.
Great, thank you very much, Lucy. I'm not going to keep you too long because I'm aware that there are a number of questions coming in, so I want to leave time for questions. But support for our students falls in 2 categories. First is the pre-course support, and then there's the on-course support. The pre-course support that we offer is, first of all, quite important, independent careers advice and progression support. So we want to make sure that the course you're applying is the right one for you and it gets you where you want to go. So we will help you deciding which course is right for you. We will then help you with applying to the college, and that may be applying directly with us straight to the college or going through the UCAS application process. For some of you, you may also need additional support. So with the disability student allowance, again, we have advisors who are skilled in helping you make that application. It can be confusing, so we've got the advisors, we can help you with that side of things. Also, there may be some international students, so we have an international advisor who can help you with all the tier 4 visas that you may need to apply for, any financial side of things. So we've got a range of specialist staffs who can help you with the application process. Also, one of the things which we're quite focused on is making sure you are successful on your course, and that's the welfare support side of things. We will be there at the beginning, before you start the course, discussing any welfare needs. So we know that mental health issues do impact on people's study, and what we want to do is identify those issues before you start the course, so that we are available to support you when you actually start the course. So we have student support advisors who will have the discussion with you before you start the course, have those things in place when you come and join us in late September. So there's a whole range of pre-course support. Once you start with us, it's about sort of getting you settled in, and our student services team hold a kind of a mini freshers fair, which some sort of local organizations coming in offering student discounts, etc. There'll be some games, but also a number of welfare organizers. And one of the things which our HE students can do is they can apply for student discounts, what is called now the totem card, and previously used to call the NUS card. That will allow you discounts at cinemas, restaurants, range of retail outlets from ASOS to one of the others. We will also provide access to sports clubs. The college has a range of sports clubs, with cricket, football, basketball, and netball, which run throughout the year. And these are open to anyone in the college. So again, if you've got sporting interest, we've got that. We also have, if you're not interested in kind of sports side, we have other sort of activities. For example, one of the key big areas which our learners are quite interested in is in Carrom. So there are a number of competitions happening among students and staff and students. In terms of sort of careers advice, again, we're quite focused on progression. And what we want you to do is develop your skills while you're at the college that will help you with your progression. So we will have service which allow you to apply for part-time jobs while you're studying if you haven't got one. Our careers team regularly on our college app put up vacancies, part-time vacancies, Christmas vacancies, retail, etc. And again, we can help you put together a CV and apply for those jobs. Once you sort of settle in the course, we will start looking at what you're going to do in terms of leaving. Again, we want you to be focused on your end goal, and our careers team, again, highly experienced, will help you in if you're looking for employment, whether that's with a local employer or a national employer, or whether you're looking to go on to do further studies. A large proportion of our higher national students go on to the final year of a degree at universities across the country, from as far afield as Sunderland in the north to sort of Southampton in the south to a number of London universities. So again, we will be there supporting you with the application, how to apply, what to do, how to do your research, etc. And I mentioned mental health and welfare support earlier on. That continues throughout your time at the course. We will be there supporting you. If you have any issues, we have a team of welfare advisors who can discuss issues with you confidentially and support you while you're in the college, and if necessary, even make external referrals. So ultimately, it's about making sure that non-academic barriers are removed for you so that you are successful in your academic studies. Okay, that's a very quick run through in terms of sort of support. Over to you, Lucy.
Thank you, Kieran. So just in terms of the support, as Kieran said, lots available there for you. Just a quick slide on how to apply for HE if you are keen to study with us. It's easy to do so. You can apply via our website. The courses are under our HE areas and also under our subject areas as well. So you can head to harrow.ac.uk for our HNC that's on the Harrow campus, and then the other courses that are on the Uxbridge campus, uxbridgecollege.ac.uk, and this information is available for you, so you don't need to worry about remembering anything. You select your course by clicking on the orange apply button, create an application account, and then you can fill out the details and also log back in any time to view information and update your details. It doesn't take long to apply. After you've submitted the application, we then get in touch with you to explain what those next steps will be. We also have an application form that you can download from the website if you prefer to fill that out, and you can post or email that back to us. And as Kieran said, there is support from the careers team to help you with applications for HE. And you can also apply directly via UCAS, the University Central Admission Service, at ucas.com/apply. You need to search for HCUC, and then you will find the courses that we have to offer on our Harrow and Uxbridge and Hayes campuses. I won't dwell too much more on the application information, because I know, as Kieran said, there have been a number of questions that have come through. So I'll probably just read those out, and then if I can ask my colleagues to chip in with the answers, that would be great. So just Neil, the first one for you, just a few questions just about the Building Services Engineering. Is the course accredited by the Institute of Building Services Engineering? That's the HNC and the HND. And just a couple of things then about how teaching is being carried out due to social distancing, and how many people would be on the Building Services Engineer, and how long it's been running, and what sort of jobs students have gone on to. So Neil, if I could ask you to capture some of those points for us.
Okay, some really, really good questions. So I'll answer as best I can. So the first is effectively the units that we select. We're sort of led sort of two ways. First is obviously what's currently involved with the employers. So what we do is that we've got basically part of the IoT project is that we sort of sit down with employers and we discuss potential units that lend themselves to what's being led in industry. So we're led by that. And that also sort of then allows Pearson, the awarding body, to sort of create, and we can influence the type of units that are basically being designed and coming through. We also then have to bear in mind as well that some learners have a particular pathway in which they're trying to progress to. So again, we sort of try and link up with universities. So potentially, you know, that the student has a type of pathway. But what generally happens is that when we get to the H&D, we act as a feeder for different universities. So our students will complete a UCAS application, and they will select the university that will basically, if you want to do RICS, so whether or not you want to be part of the Royal Institute of Managers or Architects, you would then progress and look for a university that will give you that accreditation once you're looking to go on to higher education. But generally, the units that we select are between talking to the universities and talking to employers. What was the other question, Lucy?
And then just asking about how many people would be on the course, also how many years it's been running, and what sort of jobs students go on to.
So we have a mixture. So in terms of numbers, we have currently probably small numbers, so we're probably between 10 and 12. And again, that potentially could be 10 and 12 on the heat and ventilation side, and the same sort of numbers for the civil. The maximum numbers will be 14. In terms of how we've been delivering it at the moment and across the whole college, we've basically been doing Zoom classes. So we've been running at normal till we got to March, and then from there we've been doing, as we're doing here, we've been doing Zoom classes. Again, we're just in the middle of obviously refurbishing and building, so we have got a nice suite for the HE students, and again, that's pretty much like a conference room. And within that as well, it may well be that there potentially will be some students that would be in the classroom, but simultaneously we can also Zoom students that are remote. So again, we haven't totally ironed out the new model as we take forward for September, but there will be blended learning between students sort of working from home, but can Zoom in on the class. That's the way that we'll sort of work that process.
Just another couple, just about progression, Neil, just in terms of building services, what jobs do students go on to, and what universities can you progress to with that qualification?
Again, this will be our second year of delivering the HNC, and it'll be our first year for our HND. Again, students have selected various universities depending on their specialism. So some wanted to, one wanted to be a quantity surveyor, and one wanted to be obviously a civil engineer. So they've selected different universities based on their needs and their progressional pathway. Again, you've also got higher apprenticeships as well. So again, the way that we obviously run our mode is that we have students that are currently employed, and they infill into the full-time program. So again, we deliver the program over 15 hours, and we deliver it over the 2 days, because we have 3 or 4 apprentices that come in and infill into the HE program. But as I said, we generally, the program aligns with our IoT partners. They basically feed into the course. And again, that work experience is about not just about doing the assignment, but building that relationship with the employers. And again, they come in and they do talks, and they help you to progress into the industry. Is that okay?
Yeah, thank you very much, Neil. We've still got a couple of questions, and we've got a few minutes left, so we'll just head over with these ones. Maruf, do you have part-time for HNC electronic engineering?
Yes, we have part-time for all HE programs, including HNC electronic engineering. Yeah, and the units are similar, over 2 years, on 1 day each, normally on a Thursday.
Perfect. And information will be available on the website.
It is available on the website. Yeah.
Anyone wants any more detail along those lines as well, and obviously the careers team and the engineering team can also answer any questions on that one. Kieran, if I could just hand over a couple of questions to you. For the business access course, do we provide work placement, and also what are the entry requirements for the business access? The access we didn't talk about very much today, that's the level 3, but Kieran, perhaps you could answer that one. And also a supplementary question just on what happens if you don't have GCSE qualifications.
So the question is about business access course.
Yes,
yeah.
Please.
For
entry recs.
The entry requirements for business access course generally is we're looking for people with GCSE maths and English or something equivalent. Those are the main criteria for the access program. There will be an entrance test, but essentially in terms of actual qualifications requirements, we're looking at GCSE maths and English. The reason why we ask for GCSE maths and English is that for progress onto university, most universities, particularly if you want to do a business related degree afterwards, they ask for maths and English GCSE. If you haven't got them, the English is more of the two, although both are important, English is more important. If you haven't got maths, then we can possibly provide you with an opportunity to study alongside your access program. And second, the other question was?
The other question was what happens if you don't have GCSEs, which sort of ties into what you were saying about the qualifications just then.
If you don't have GCSEs, it is still worth talking to us. We will look at what you've done, and we will sort of test you. And we may be able to offer you an opportunity to study the access program, but bear in mind you will be required to study the maths and the English alongside your access if you want to progress onto university. That is, most universities for a business related degree, they definitely ask for the English, and more in some of them the maths as well.
That's great. Thank you, Kieran. No other questions have come through, so just remains to say thank you very much to my colleagues today for providing information about our higher education and our West London Institute of Technology courses today. As we've said, more information is available on the website. Also, we will be sharing the recording on our website, so if there is anything you've missed, you can have a look back at that. And we do have our careers team who are available if there are any questions or any queries that you have, you're not quite sure where to start, then do give us a call. We are staffing the telephone and the email at the moment, so do give us a shout if there's anything else that you need to know. But on that note, thank you very much everybody for your time today. Have a good rest of the evening.
Thanks, Lucy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.